In this section, we will walk through how to prepare to teach a typical core unit lesson in Amplify Science. Throughout this course, you've learned how to navigate the platform and have explored some of its features. Now it's time to learn how to make the best use of the prep sections and implementation support features that are embedded within the curriculum so that you can have a great start. You will start your preparation by reviewing the unit overview documents. When you move on to prep for each lesson, you'll be using the lesson brief, which contains additional teacher support materials and an instructional guide for each lesson activity. Let's get started. For this training, we'll go into a chapter in the metabolism unit where students are investigating how the trillions of cells in the body get what they need to function and what the cells do with the things they absorb. We'll look at the beginning of the metabolism unit as an example of how to prepare. The place to start preparing for a lesson is the unit overview. This section provides several documents that explain our approach within the context of that particular unit. Reading these in advance will help the lessons make more sense. In this lesson, you'll be preparing your students to take on the role of a medical student as they learn about the cells in the body. Take note of the types of documents that are available for you in the unit overview. You will be reviewing these documents before the pre-unit assessment in Lesson 1, and you'll want to keep them handy and continually refer to them throughout the unit. Notice that Chapter 1 explores the molecules needed by the cells. It has 3 lessons with a pre-unit assessment in the first lesson. We're going to select the second lesson, Lesson 1.2, entitled Welcome to Medical School. We're now presented with the lesson brief. Each lesson in our courses has a lesson brief that contains information about how to prepare for class, as well as information on the materials you'll need for that lesson. We'll select See More next to Materials and Preparation to view the details of the lesson brief. Here's a checklist of how to prepare for your lesson. It includes what you should do before the day of the lesson, what you should do just prior to beginning class, and what you should do between classes. Some of the materials listed are provided in your Amplify Science kit. However, the items with an asterisk next to them are items that you, the teacher, will provide. These are items commonly found in classrooms like masking tape or paper clips. Teaching a science class that integrates hands-on activities, technology, and discussion can be challenging, especially the first time. Let's look at 2 of the documents that you will use to prepare. This is the Managing the Unit document. It offers specific strategies and practices which you can use to help your lessons run smoothly. This is the overview of the digital tools in this unit document. It provides information about each digital tool used in the unit, and it also tells you how to use each one. One of the tools introduced in this unit is the metabolism simulation. Students will be using this simulation for the very first time in Lesson 1.2. Let's take a quick look at it. You can find the simulation on the Global Navigation menu. The metabolism simulation models how human body systems work together to transport molecules from food and air to the body's cells. It will also show students how these molecules are used in the cells to release energy in the process of cellular respiration. Students use the simulation in many lessons over the course of the unit. In the overview of the digital tools in this unit document, we see information about another digital tool used in the unit. This one is called the Metabolism Modeling Tool. Modeling tools enable students to create a visual model of their developing science ideas. Students will start using the modeling tool in Lesson 1.3. The key takeaway here is to consult the overview of the digital tools in this unit document and to practice using the tools in advance. You'll understand how they fit into the lesson, and you'll be ready to help your students when it's their turn to use them. Let's go back to the lesson brief and take a look at some of the other preparation materials. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see 3 yellow sticky notes. These notes provide a quick but important reference to aspects of the lesson. On the left is the first note, a reminder of the important vocabulary in this lesson. Amplify Science is grounded on the idea that excellent vocabulary development leads to excellent conceptual development, and vice versa. Expand the second note to review the differentiation strategies for students who might need extra support or more challenge. You'll also read about potential challenges specific to this lesson. The third note is a concise look at the standards addressed in the lesson. These include all 3 dimensions of Next Generation Science Standards, as well as Common Core state standards for ELA and math. Once you've reviewed all the documents provided in the lesson brief, it's time to review the activities in the lesson. On the lesson activity map, select the first activity, indicated in orange, which happens to be a teacher-only activity. As we learned in the unit overview, your students will be playing the role of medical students, and they will be investigating a patient whose body systems are not working properly. We begin the lesson with a video that sets the stage for the patient's condition. Notice the icons to the right of the video player. Select the instructional guide icon. You'll know it's selected because it turns orange. Here you will see the steps to follow as you teach the activity. The Teacher Support tab provides additional support and information about activities. Possible responses are provided here to help you get an idea of how a proficient student will complete these activities. You can also add notes for yourself so you can continually improve how you teach the lesson. Make sure to review the instructional guide for each activity prior to class. This was just an example of how to prepare for this and other lessons in the unit. You'll begin to develop your own expertise as you use Amplify Science throughout the year.